This is your Barbados Today Morning News Update for Thursday, April 25th, 2019. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. South Coast businesses that were affected by the sewage problem can rule out receiving compensation from the government. Minister of Water Resources Wilfred Abrams says while he feels the pain of those who were affected, government isn't in a financial position to do more.
I sympathize entirely with them. That's why I put myself completely at the disposal of the public in Barbados to make sure that this was dealt with in as quick a time as possible. That's why the Barbados Water Authority workers work overtime. That's why the contractors, people talk about Barbadian contractors, right? But everybody involved in the rectification of the South Coast issue went over and above the call of duty. That's why we did it, because we understand what people were going through. It was a potential health hazard waiting to happen, right? Can the government compensate people for the loss of income? Probably not. We're not in a position to do it, that's being frank. So I urge people, it is your business. You know your business well. You know what you suffer, you know where it was. Then use initiatives, come together with others in a similar situation. Join your forces. Use the entrepreneurial spirit and initiative that Barbados is known for, and try to do something for yourself.
Meantime, the minister revealed that Cabinet has given the okay for the first step towards a permanent fix for the sewage problem.
The Cabinet approved the first step towards the construction of the permanent outfall with the contractor, Beard, the engineering consultancy. So they're going to design and start that process so we can send it out to bids and to tenders and get it going. The intention still is to have the permanent outfall constructed entirely and completed and operational by about September, October next year. So by the end of next year, the permanent outfall solution, which takes the water, not even so much a matter of distance, it's a matter of depth. It takes the water to a depth of at least 30 meters, so that by the time the effluent is dispersed, you get no feedback. We're having no problems now at all with the water quality, nearshore water quality, or any effects from the temporary outfall, but the temporary outfall is exactly that, it's temporary.
Minister Abrams was speaking to Barbados Today following yesterday's launch of the Ivy Community Center photovoltaic system. It's part of a $3 million disaster risk energy access management project that will run for 4 years and is set to benefit 22 community centers across the island. Good news for a St Lucian who claims she was defrauded by the Barbados Cosmetology School. The Career Development Institute has come to her aid, offering Shirlene Gabriel a full academic scholarship to complete her Caribbean Vocational Qualification, CVQ, in cosmetology. Gabriel had reported that she'd spent close to $3,000 for training at the school that's located in St Michael, only to learn that it's not accredited. Program Coordinator at the Career Development Institute, Sharon Rollins, says they were compelled to help. In sports, Minister John King is pledging support for athletes after their performance at the Carifta Games in the Cayman Islands. The Barbados team won 11 medals, 3 gold, 4 silver, and 4 bronze. Minister King was among the welcoming party at the airport for the athletes and other team members who returned to the island Tuesday night.
From the ministry's point of view, we want to say, again, you did a good job, and we hope that as we go forward in the future that we can be of a lot more assistance to you, understanding the restraints that we have at this moment in terms of funding and stuff, but there are other ways that we can help, and I'm sure with the discussions with the National Sports Council, we will be able to, lend the type of support that you need to at least get you to the next level.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In St Lucia, a distress fund has been launched to assist those in need following disasters. We get the details from HGS News Force.
Economist and career diplomat Peter Pell-Lancico says having witnessed two of the recent fires in the inner city, the New Year's Day Rose Hill fire and the Holy Thursday blaze that destroyed 4 homes in the graveyard, he was moved to do something to assist the victims.
Therefore, take the initiative here this morning to propose the establishment of the People's Distress Fund to provide financial assistance to St Lucians who are the victims of fires and other disasters. In that way, St Lucians will not have to go begging any government, no matter which political party is in power, when they are illegitimately in need of assistance after fires and related disasters.
He says the maths is simple. He's appealing to 50,000 residents in St Lucia and an equal number of St Lucians residing overseas to each contribute $1 to the fund. He plans to take the lead on Thursday by making a $5,000 deposit.
And turning to Sudan, protest leaders mounted pressure on the country's military council yesterday by calling for a million-strong march for civilian rule. This came a day after hundreds of protesters arrived on a packed train to join their weeks-long sit-in.
3 months to hand power over to the people. At an emergency summit in Cairo, a handful of African leaders urged Sudan's military council to cede to a civilian government by the end of July. The meeting was called by Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who said more time was needed to prevent Sudan from slipping into what he described as chaos.
Egypt fully supports the choices of the Sudanese people, their future freedom, and what will follow after this important and historical stage for their country.
Al-Sisi, who currently chairs the African Union, has also sought an extension from the 55-member body. The news has angered Sudanese protesters who openly reject what they call the Egypt scenario, a reference to the country's 2011 uprising in which the then General Al-Sisi came to power and proceeded to launch a violent crackdown on his opponents.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.